Look at obituaries is next, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Your dignity provider is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Mrs. Mary L. Ellis, age 79, of Sylacauga, died January 2nd at UAB in Birmingham. Funeral service today at 1:30 from Sycamore Baptist Church, with the Reverends Michael Wayne and Herman Parker officiating. Interment in the Evergreen Cemetery in Sylacauga. Mrs. Ellis was a lifelong member of Sycamore Baptist Church. Online condolences at curtisondsonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Mr. Jack Perry, age 96, of Sylacauga, died on Tuesday at his residence, Radley Smith Funeral Home, Sylacauga, announcing. And Mr. Johnny Randall Lucas, age 55, of Sylacauga, died on January the 5th at his residence, Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, announcing. Charles Miller Randall, age 71, of Talladega, died January the 4th. Graveside service for Mr. Randall will be held today at 1 o'clock from Providence Baptist Church Cemetery. Pastor David Gaither of Providence Baptist Church officiating. The family receiving friends 11:30 until 12:30 at the funeral home. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega will direct that service. Funeral service for Joanne Wills, age 78, will be today at 11 o'clock from Sunlight Missionary Baptist Church. Reverend Manuel Smith the fourth officiating. Interment in the Sunlight Church Cemetery. Mrs. Wills died January 1st at Regional Medical Center in Anniston. Anniston Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Eunice Marie Lewis, age 70, will be Thursday at 6 p.m. from Midway Memory Gardens Funeral Home Chapel, with Brother Billy Epperson officiating. Mrs. Lewis died January the 4th at Brookwood Medical Center in Birmingham. The family receiving friends Thursday evening from 5 till 6 at Midway Memory Gardens Funeral Home, directing that service. And funeral service for Ms. Betty Jo Taylor, age 87, of Alexander City, will be today at 11 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City. Reverend Scott Jordan officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends this morning, 9:30 till 10:30 at the funeral home. Ms. Taylor died Monday, January 4th at her residence. She was a member of the New Beginnings Baptist Church, Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. And funeral service for Ms. Jean Kane, age 74, will be Thursday at 1 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Reverend Scott Jordan officiating. Burial in the Alexander City Cemetery. The family receiving friends Thursday, 11 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. at Radley Funeral Home. Ms. Kane died Sunday, January 3rd in Roswell, Georgia, and Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing that service. That's a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Your dignity provider, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361.